Great. So I think let's begin, Rakesh, without any further ado.
Yeah.
Yes, the
So
first question.
just to
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. Please go on.
Please go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, so the first question that I have for you is give us a detailed introduction, you know, your
Mhm.
education and what you're currently doing.
Yeah. So yeah, just a quick introduction from my side. So when it comes to my qualifications, I'm a BCom grad from Bachua College of Commerce and Arts, and
Mm-hmm.
currently I'm working in Amazon as a finance support, as well as I'm pursuing enroll agent course, which is related to US taxation and field
Mm-hmm.
of taxation. So that's a kind of a certification. I guess most of you guys aware as CPAs, CFAs, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So enroll agent is also something like that. It's most
Mm-hmm.
it's the same thing. So currently I'm pursuing that course. Yeah, that's it.
Okay, and tell us something about your current position, finance support at Amazon. What is that? What does it mean?
Yeah. So finance support is something. It depends on department wise. So my role, it's completely deals with taxation.
Okay.
So when I joined Amazon, I worked with the US tax for 5 to 6 months. Then
Mm-hmm.
later in last month, I moved to ROW, is like rest of the world. So leaving US and India, I'll be working with all the countries' taxation policies, guidelines. So we'll be helping the clients on taxation purposes.
Okay, okay. That's interesting. Now, can you tell us something about your experience working at Amazon? How does it feel like to work there? The work culture?
Yeah, Amazon is known for its culture. So I mean, like I'm currently experiencing the culture. Like it's very fun and very learning. In Amazon, you'll get. I mean, daily, it's a new challenge. I mean, if you're a person loving challenges, then Amazon would be a great place to work. So you don't work on the same thing day in day out. Every day you'll learn something new. So that's
Right.
how what I experienced and currently going through. Yeah.
Okay, okay. So, in detail, tell us more about your roles and responsibilities at Amazon.
Yeah. In detail, if I can say, it purely depends on the taxation side. We will be helping the clients with taxation thing in terms of so I generally work on withholding taxes.
Okay.
Withholding taxes are something like, for example, if I can give you an example, if you're a resident of US, if you're living in the US and you have business in other country, so there will be a treaty rate with both the countries. So I generally work on those. So there'll be rules and regulations as every country differs. So that's how it goes.
Okay, Rakesh, could you please come a little closer to the mic? Some mentees can't hear you.
Okay.
Yeah,
Now is that fine?
yeah, sounds better. Okay,
Yeah.
so my next question for you is, were you always interested in the field of finance? How did you figure out you wanted to move into this particular career path?
Uh, as I can give you a general answer for that, if you don't mind. As I'm a student from finance background, I mean, commerce is my education qualification. So I was really interested right from the starting, from my intermediate BCom. Now I'm into. I work with different companies. Like when it comes to Wells Fargo, it was into banking finance. It is into retail banking. When it comes to Deloitte, it's completely taxation, and now Amazon, it's completely into taxation. Yeah. So that's how it went.
Okay, so please tell us a little more about how to apply for an internship or for a job at Amazon.
Yeah. Amazon, like in Amazon, internship starts from your after completion after your intermediate. I mean, plus 12. Yeah.
Mhm. Okay.
So there are so many portals, there are so many job applying sites, websites where you can reach out and you can apply your resumes over there. I mean, LinkedIn is the most used website for the internships or any programs.
Okay.
People can, I mean, grads can apply for that.
Okay. Yeah, LinkedIn is sure very helpful in this field.
Yeah,
Uh,
like there are so many students. I mean, there are so many of my friends who joined Amazon after completing their plus 12. I mean, they used to pursue the grad as well as working with Amazon as well. Now they are in big positions. I mean, leadership positions as well. So that's how the growth with Amazon.
okay, that's interesting. So you
Yeah,
you've worked with Deloitte and Wells Fargo as well as a
yeah.
tax analyst and a financial analyst. So can you walk us through the different job opportunities and what exactly you did in these job roles?
Yeah, I'll go with with the company wise. So when it comes to Wells Fargo, my role was into the financial analyst thing. So we used to deal with the retail banking. So there are two types of bankings where US deals with uh, retail banking and a wholesale banking. So I was part of retail banking. Retail banking, in retail banking, I used to support mortgage finance. So what
Okay.
we used to do is in a layman language, I can tell you like approving the loans, not exactly approving the loans of a US residents, but
Mm-hmm.
we are the 70% decision makers in the approving of the loans. I mean, their tax forms, their pay slips, their Form 16s, their retirement pay slips, everything we used to validate, and we used to calculate their income, their like uh, calculating their incomes. So that's how we used to deal with that financial analyst role. But financial analyst role differs from department to department, as I mentioned earlier. I mean, financial analysts are also responsible for financial planning, projection for companies and corporations. I can say this thing, they actually forecast future revenues and expenditures to establish cost structures and determining capital budgeting for projects in the company.
Okay.
So it depends on a company to company how it deals with.
Okay, okay. So a lot of our mentees, they will be graduating from, their bachelor's and they'll be moving into finance roles. So
Yeah,
what we want them to know is some difference between various finance career opportunities like financial analyst and CA and auditor and consultant and tax analyst. So what's the difference between these profiles? What makes CA different from auditor or consultant
yeah,
different from say tax analyst? What's the difference?
yeah, yeah. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, yeah. Those are all. I mean, it's like connecting the dots. But I agree with your point. Like, there are few differences. So, as a chartered accountant, you have to manage your financial systems and budgets. I mean, it's completely into the pure accounting records, like preparing accounts and management information for all the businesses, and it comes into advise clients on business transactions. A company deals with mergers and acquisitions. So in every part of that, CAs will be involved. And when it comes to audit perspective, auditors are those people who review the accounts of the companies and organizations to ensure the validity validity and the legal terms of their financial records. So auditors can also be acting as an advisory role to recommend possible risk within the company to cost savings that could be made. So
Okay.
these are the general differentiation between CA and auditors. There are consultants and tax analysts as well.
Okay, okay. So moving from this, technical field, now I would like to know about what are some skills that a finance enthusiast should have.
Skills. If a grad wanted to if he wants to completely into the financial, there are few skills where SAP Finance uh, hope everyone awares about SAP so that I can describe it in a better way.
Maybe you can describe it again since we have a lot of
Yeah,
freshers.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. SAP Finance is one tool. Okay, I'll give you the exact description of that. SAP is something like system applications and products. So it is a financial accounting application, collects and stores business transactions in a way that satisfies external reporting requirements. Uh, and it also helps in the financial position of the company. And most of the corporates are into SAP, Oracle. Yeah, so these are the main skills and skill set where aspiring finance graduates can go for. Like they have a good value in the market as well.
Okay. Okay, so
Yeah,
there are a lot of softwares that should be used for financial modeling and analysis. So can you tell
yeah.
us a little about these software and what is required by the industry?
Yeah, financial module I just mentioned in my before thing. I told you about SAP, right? So this is the main thing. SAP and Oracle are the main boom in the industry right now.
Okay.
Yeah. So there are certifications on that. So if a finance grad want to is more interested in finance thing, and if they want to be completely involved in the financial finance thing, so they can go for SAP a proper certification course which has a proper value in the market, rather than just going for some kind of a certificate paper of a certificate. I don't think it works with that paper. There should be a proper certification where most of the students go wrong. They go for a normal paper certification, but it's not the way. Company accepts the proper certification and with the proper internship experiences. And the companies like Deloitte, the Big Fours, and so many companies providing internship opportunities for the new SAPs as well, SAP trainees as well.
Okay, okay. So that's about the SAP part. What about the freshers who want to move into this field? What can they do to move into this field successfully?
Yeah, so mainly if they want to be a part of financing, I feel there should be six major skills to succeed. One thing is analysis. Second one is decisiveness. Third one is persuasiveness, and interpersonal and communication skills, and obviously mathematics expertise as it is a part of finance. And of course, the last one should be sound knowledge in whatever subject you're choosing. So that is the ground rule in any field, right? So when it comes to analysis part, uh, most financial firms look for graduates, particularly for those jobs that deal with huge information. They look for evidence and analytical skills in all their applications.
Okay.
So, I mean, most of the graduates will obviously have these skills as part of their curriculum in education colleges and all. So these analysis analytical skills will be great use to anyone working in accounting, or and these careers requires huge amount of data to spot patterns, discrepancies, and trends in their clients' account. So this is not an easy job, but if you're good with your basics and sound knowledge on your exact thing, you can definitely succeed.
Okay, okay. So are there any websites or say apps that you can suggest so that it becomes a little bit easier so that they can learn from there and grow from there? Any websites
So
or apps?
yeah, yeah. The only app I followed from my grad or from plus two is India Big's website. I think that is a website where a fresher can go for to attend the interviews. I mean, they'll get an idea how the interview questions would be in terms of accounting and finance thing. So I suggest that one website, India Bigs. Yeah.
Okay,
So yeah,
okay.
proper. accounting questions in that. Not only in terms of accounts, we have every we it has all the streams of questions.
Okay, okay. So, what are some
Just stop
intern?
me if I'm sorry. Stop me if I'm going fast.
Yeah, sure.
Is,
Don't worry
is
about
is
that.
it good? Is
Yeah,
it good? I mean, yeah, cool, cool.
yeah, yeah. Okay. So, we actually want to know about some internships that freshers can do, or with people who have experience in this field can take up those internships. What are some internships that you suggest?
Uh, I can suggest internships with Big Four, and these days so many startups are coming up with an internship. So I suggest new freshers to start when they are in the college itself, attending the internships, or else at least give a try for going to the interviews. Initially you may crack or not crack it, but if you crack it, it will really help. If you not crack it, it will be an added experience. Take it as a positive thing. uh,
Okay.
yeah, I mean, Deloitte is offering so many internships because I can suggest one thing. Deloitte will offer, as I was also worked with Deloitte as an intern in Canada Tax. In a tax season from January to September, there's a tax season for Deloitte US and Canada. So in that point of time, they look for graduates to, for the internships. So most probably, if they prove themselves in that internship, they'll definitely give an opportunity for the permanent role. So it
Okay.
depends on, it completely depends on the performance.
Mm-hmm. What are some
Yeah.
job roles that take in turns? Like not every job role might take in turns, right?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So what are some
Yes.
roles that do?
Yeah. AP. I can give some job. I mean, sorry. AP is like accounts payable thing. When it comes to finance,
Mm-hmm.
AR is something accounts receivables, and when it comes to taxation, uh, tax support staff, where they'll be dealing with supporting the preparers. Where preparer is someone who prepares tax return of the resident.
Okay.
So intern will be helping up initially intern will be helping up with the helping the preparer actually. So
Mm-hmm.
that's how it goes on. And APAR, those are all completely into financial thing. Accounts payable and receivables, payables and receivables, invoices. They work on invoices and payments from the customers if you are in a customer centric business.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So those are some roles that accepts and turns. Great.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. So Rakesh, that's up. I think those are the questions that I have. Let's take up some mentee questions. And
Sure.
yeah, the first question that we have from Rishu is how can I monitor my personal finance? And I also want to pursue career in financial advisor. So any suggestions for her?
Sorry, I didn't get the question. Can you repeat it?
Okay, so there are two parts to the question. The first one is how can I monitor my personal finance?
Okay. Okay. Go on, go on.
Yeah, so the first question is how can I monitor my personal finance?
Okay. Personal finance, what I can give my personal experience. I generally note down whatever expenses I do, and compare your current expenses with those of previous months. So if you find a huge increase if you find a decrease in expenses, that's well and good. If you find huge increases in expenses, then take some remedial step.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
So the second part of this question is that she wants to pursue career in financial advisor. Do you have some
Okay.
suggestions or tips for her?
Sure. So financial advisor can be a consultant, and it also comes into an audit perspective.
Okay.
So those two. So if they want to be a financial advisor or an audit thing, they can pursue chartered accountancy course or CS, company secretary course. So those are the basic courses where they can fit into. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, to get into that role, those are the minimum, bare minimum qualifications they can.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So
So
next, yeah, please go on.
yeah. Please go ahead.
Okay, so the next question is by Pavi, and she's asking what kind of career opportunities are available for a BCom graduate.
BCom grads can be open for anything in the market right now. There are into customer centric businesses or financing or else into taxation, uh, taxation. So when it comes to the customer centric things, like it depends on a grad where they want to see themselves, like what exactly they like. So suppose how I started was I wanted to be into a finance thing, so I started picking up the companies and I started working accordingly as per what I aspire. So that's how it works. It depends on a grad what subject they have to choose.
Mm-hmm.
If it is a finance thing, they have to be as a grad, companies expect you to be you should have that strong analytical skills and strong subject knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
When it
Okay,
comes to finance, I can see that. Yeah.
okay, okay. Guys, please try not to drop your questions in the chat box. Uh, you can use Q&A box for this, otherwise we're going to miss your questions. Okay, so the next question that I have for you, Rakesh, is so someone from engineering background wants to move into business management. So how can
Hmm.
she start this? Any suggestions for her?
Yeah, I mean, they can. I mean, it depends on their interests. It purely depends on their interest actually. After doing 4 years of engineering, again moving into business management, it should be their interest. They can really do well if they have the. I can again say the basic thing. So just give me 1 second. I think
Yeah,
there's
sure.
some connectivity issue going on.
Yeah, yeah, sure.
Yeah. Hello.
Yeah,
Is this fine now? I mean, my voice is clear.
yeah, your voice is clear.
Yeah. So what I can say is, I mean, if they want to start and to get into a business management thing, there are so many courses available like MBA or an executive MBA nowadays. So many corporate employees are going with an executive MBAs and part-time MBAs.
Mm-hmm.
So there are 1 year courses like PGDM. PGDM is nothing but post graduation diploma in management.
Right.
So
Okay.
those are the courses that will help to get into a yeah, business management thing.
Okay. Okay. So this mentee is considering that she's trying to move into investment banking field. So
Hmm.
she wants tips and tricks that she can, that can help her move into the field.
Investment banking all deals with advising organizations on mergers and acquisitions. As I mean, it can be capital raising strategies. Like market is divided into sales and trading, including it deals with more of a research. So the role, if I can say the exact role of an investment banker, they help companies and governments raise capital by issuing stock or borrowing money.
Right.
And they also act as an advisors and go between on mergers and acquisitions. So yeah, I hope
Okay.
that answers that question.
Yeah. Um, So, Rishu wants to know if there is an online platform where we can all learn about stocks or mutual funds and simultaneously manage our personal finance.
I'm sorry, I didn't get your question. I mean,
Is
I couldn't
there,
hear you properly.
yeah, is there any online platform where we can manage our stocks and mutual funds and personal finance?
Yeah, yeah. There are so many online. I guess through LinkedIn, we can go through so many online free courses as well. When
Mm-hmm.
it comes to stock market or I mean stock market related or any kind of an learning, whether if they want to be an pro in Excel, because I feel Excel is also something which is a great career opportunity if you want to succeed in an corporate world. I mean, Excel should be and must be bare minimum thing.
Right,
So
right.
yeah, so there are so many online platforms where they give free coaching as well.
Okay, okay. So,
Uh, I can refer one website. I mean, Udemy online classes for stock market courses because I went through one. So that's my personal experience. So I can suggest.
okay, okay. So
Yeah,
Udemy courses are really better. Okay.
yeah.
So Priyanka is asking, is it worth doing CA? Not is it worth? She's asking if she should do what she should do, CA or MBA after graduating. What is better, CA or MBA?
Good question, actually. Okay. Uh, CA. See, I can differentiate between both. CA is a person who can. CA is a person who can roughly give you the financial advisory thing,
Mm-hmm.
and MBA is a guy who will put into a exact a proper presentation, and like it should be custom. I mean, it should be client centric. So that is a basic difference. I mean, if they want to be into complete financial thing, if they want to be in proper expert of financial advisory or tax or whatever relates to CA, I suggest them to go with CA,
Okay.
and MBA also works with that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, most of them are currently pursuing CA and MBA as well. So that actually MBA could be an added certificate for you.
Mm-hmm.
So nothing doing wrong in going for both the courses. CA is like a professional,
Okay.
complete professional course. I mean, that's into a complete financial stream.
Okay. Okay. So next question by Gayatri is, she's currently pursuing CFP and she's interested in investment planning and arrangement finance. So is there any
Mhm.
course or certification for the same?
CFP, I'm really sorry, I don't have any idea on that. I think I
Okay.
cannot answer that question. But I'm really sorry on that.
Okay. Okay. That's not a problem. Okay. So moving to the next question. Um, Akriti is asking, can you please elaborate exactly what type of certifications should one do for better job prospects?
Better job prospects in terms of which stream they want to. I mean, is it into finance or is it into HR? Is it into
No, it's
marketing? Like,
finance. It's finance. Finance.
okay, okay. Certifications for finance, like as I already mentioned, uh, FRM. There are FRM certification, financial risk manager, and financial modeling certification, and
Mm-hmm.
there are chart CGMA certification, which deals with chartered global management accounting. Yeah,
Okay. Okay. So
yeah,
currently in
and
this,
CPA as well. Adding to that, CPA is one of the main thing for the I can suggest.
Okay, okay. So Muhammad Rafi is asking, is Amazon hiring freshers during this situation?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. If I can tell you, I joined Amazon as a contract. So I left Deloitte with my personal reasons. So I took a break around 3 4 months. So I was looking for a job which I love. I was looking particularly into the taxation stream. So I
Okay.
got this opportunity, but they offered me a contractual thing. So I went for it as I love the subject. I didn't mind again joining as a contractor after working full
Mm-hmm.
time with the companies with Wells and Deloitte after as 3 years of experience. I joined as a contractor. Uh, I already know that if you give your best in day in day out, they'll definitely make you to be a part of that company, and exactly that's what happened at this pandemic time. They gave me the opportunity to get into a full-time employment, and yeah, there are lots many new hire openings are also going on, but all the interviews are I guess going virtually as this is a pandemic situation. All the offices are closed, only virtual interviews are going on. So they
Right.
can apply through websites like Naukri, LinkedIn. I preferably suggest them to go with the LinkedIn, go with the Sunshine, and they can directly join. Refer with the website, Amazon website,
Okay.
AmazonCareers.com.
Okay.
They just log in and they can submit their resumes and upload their details. So they'll get back to you if you're suitable for some role or there are any openings as well with them.
Okay.
It,
Okay.
it, it's same with it's same with any company. I mean Deloitte or DeloitteCareers.com, Amazon, Wells Fargo. Yeah, you can directly go into the website and just apply, register yourself into the website and just apply in which position are you interested. Hope they'll definitely come back.
Okay. Okay. So we have another question about MBA and CA, and Priyanka is asking, how is MBA different from CA?
Yeah, that okay. CA is a person who gives a rough picture of the company level information,
Okay.
and MBA is a person. Uh, how can I say that? Okay, MBA is one. MBA is a guy who can give you a proper presentation of that rough picture,
Mm-hmm.
turning it out into a good looking presentation
Okay.
kind of a thing. And yeah, he can add a lot more value to that rough information.
Okay. Okay. So that's about MBA and CA. Our next question is about SAP, and Celeste is asking, what is the best website or application to know more about SAP Finance online?
So online, uh, I I'm not sure about the exact online thing, but I prefer they going to the personal classes of SAP certification, like it would be a proper certification for 6 months or one year. So I suggest them those kind of SAP certification courses.
Okay.
If they are really interested, they have to do that. I mean, not going for an online thing. I mean, they'll get a basic idea if they go for an online thing, but if you have the real time experiences, and if you go with if you learn with a real time experience, then only you can work in the corporates. So just learning and going with it doesn't help, and I suggest them to go with a proper certification. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So our next question by Akansha is that she's pursuing MBA with finance. So
Mhm.
how can she apply for internships, and what is the best organization to apply in?
Uh, there are many organizations where these days the lot many startups are looking up for the interns to provide internships, but I suggest Deloitte is one big company who deals with lot of interns.
Mm-hmm.
Deloitte and Amazon.
Okay.
Amazon again, yeah. So as far as I know, these are the most hiring interns these days.
Okay. Okay. So our next question by Afia is, how is the market for an ACCA graduate?
Okay.
Yeah. Mm, Rakesh, are you
Hello.
there?
Yes, 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 yes.
Yeah. So, according to you, how is the market right now for an ACCA graduate?
Hello. Oh,
Rakesh, can you hear me?
no. Hello.
Yeah, I think it's an internet issue.
Yeah. Just give me a second.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. Now, can you hear me, guys?
Yeah, yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Okay. Please go on with your question. I think I
Yeah,
missed the question in halfway.
yeah. So, according to you, how is the market for an ACCA graduate right now?
Okay. Yeah, I mean, in terms of ACCA, that there's actually a good market going on. In terms of finance, the industry is very booming now. So
Okay.
that's actually a really nice certification course.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, so moving to the
So
next
there's a lot
question.
many countries providing jobs on ACCA, like UK, Singapore, Germany. So these are the companies who are preferring a lot of ACCA certifications.
Okay, okay. So moving to the next question, what are the opportunities for engineering graduate into financial fields?
Yeah, there are opportunities open for everyone in the finance market. I can say if we are good with your, I mean, there are people who completed their engineering. After that, they pursued their professional courses like CA, CS, CS is company secretary, CWA. So it all depends on your knowledge and the way the kind of certifications you did. So it purely depends on that.
Okay, okay. So
Yeah.
according to you, what does Big Four expect from BCom graduates and how to prepare for that?
Yeah, Big Four, BCom grads, it's a simple thing. I mean, first thing, we have to be very confident. Confidence is the key thing, and the way we answer the questions in the interview and communication skills. Confidence and communication skills are the most important thing to getting into a Big Four. So
Okay,
this plays a huge role in getting into a Big Four. So there are to get into a Big Four, there are actually a lot many rounds on a communication as well, as most of the companies don't have the rounds on communication. But when it comes to Big Four, initial rounds are into communication only. They test your communication like group discussions, just a minute rounds, version test. When it comes to Deloitte, they Bella test. So it all depends on your communication and subject. I mean, I can give it like 50-50, communication 50 and your confidence levels and subject knowledge.
okay,
Most of all, confidence is the most important thing. I mean, as a fresher, I know that if we see a Big Four, I mean, if we got an opportunity to attend an interview for the Big Four, I can I can understand that bit of a fear, like, but it's nothing like that, guys. Like everything is simple. Just be confident and be clear with what you want to speak and what you want to put. That's it. I mean, you can crack it easily.
okay, okay. So our next question is about MBA. And Damayanti is asking, is it essential to do MBA in finance to get into a financial career?
If they ask it is essential, I don't think it is essential kind of a thing. But I prefer if you want to do an MBA, do a good MBA with like a good reputed university. I mean, in India, there are a lot many B schools are there. I'm not talking about foreign also. Uh, like IIM, IBS, Symbiosis. So these are the big schools. If you do MBA from these universities, there'll be a huge market, and it should be a great learning opportunity to be part of those big schools.
Okay.
And coming to that question, I don't think MBA should be the uh, end thing to get into a finance role. It's not like that. I mean, BCom grads are even working as managers, vice presidents in lot many companies. It again
Okay.
comes to the subject knowledge thing. How you are growing up every day, how you are learning. I mean, you should be a learner every day. That's how it helps in the growth prospect.
Okay. Okay. So, what do you think? CFA or MBA finance? Which one is better?
Uh, I don't think we can differentiate. I mean, in terms of which is better, but CFA is completely a professional course. It adds a lot more value. And if you do MBA with a big school, I mean, a great big school like IIM, IBS, uh, this is a management course. MBA is something like a management course. When it comes to CFA, it is completely related to one particular professional course. So we cannot differentiate both. Both have their equal importance in their field of services.
Okay. Okay. So, another question is, while writing a resume for a finance internship, what will be the
Mhm.
main things that we need to mention for better chances of getting selected?
Uh, for interns, they basically check. I mean, in the interview, they basically go with the again for not even interns, even freshers as well. They will go with the subject knowledge and communication skills. So these are the basic things which, if they want to crack it, so these are the most basic things: subject knowledge,
Okay.
and that too the basic subject knowledge which they go through day in day out for that 3 or 5 years, which in intermediate graduation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that will help. And certifications can add a best advantage to get into an interview, to crack an interview.
Okay. That
Yeah.
sounds interesting. So Sahil is asking, any subsidiary skills that you recommend to inculcate other than core finance knowledge in this field?
uh, I mean, I didn't get you. Subsidiary fields in the sense,
Subsidiary
uh,
skills. Other than
okay.
the core finance knowledge, what are some subsidiary skills that mentees should have to get into finance field?
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's what again, uh, analytical skills are the most important thing, and decisiveness, interpersonal skills. So decisiveness is something you should have the ability to make decisions quickly,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, in particular, if there is often limited spare time to weigh up all the possible implication of a decision in doing so. So you may have missed a trade or lost a client who's waiting for a quick response on an investment decision. So many financial roles require that professionals make huge decisions in a timely manner,
Okay.
with the possibility of brilliant decision making skills, and to have that character to take responsibility and ownership no matter what happens. So
Mm-hmm.
decisions are made on the combination of research done by basically research done by you. So
Okay.
that comes to decisiveness and interpersonal and communication skills. If you take into any profession, good interpersonal skills will make you highly agreeable to work with and will instill a feeling of trust and support in your clients and colleagues. So these skills will be particularly useful if you want to be involved in the day-to-day running of the firm, such as working for human resources or finance. Uh, Good communication goes a long way towards ensuring efficiently run business or firm. So,
Okay.
so I can give like any finance role in which you're working with clients will benefit from excellent communication skills, as you'll likely have to deal with complex transactions, investment decisions, and that your client can understand, because client is not always on par with you. So you should have that skills to explain and the patience to explain them.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So our another mentee is asking, can you please tell us about some stock market opportunities in this current situation?
Stock market opportunities. Currently, there are companies like, I mean, in terms of hiring, or they're looking for a job or a course
No,
thing.
no, no. The stock market opportunities like trading and stuff.
Okay. Yeah. When it comes to stock market trading, we can do it, right? I mean, I completely didn't understand the question. They are looking for an opportunity in the job space or learning space.
Learning space.
Okay, learning space. Okay.
Yeah.
That's what there are so many learning opportunities when it comes to stock market thing, where they can go with online courses as well.
Mm-hmm.
Online courses like I'm not getting the right term. Okay. Oh, just give 1 second. I think there's some issue with my phone.
Yeah, yeah, sure.
Just give me a second.
Yeah. Okay, mentees, meanwhile, we're waiting for Rakesh to come back. Why don't you fill this feedback form and tell us how you found the session? Also, tell us what sessions you would like us to organize in the future. Okay, Rakesh, are you there?
Yes, yes, I'm there. Just give me a minute. Just set up this.
Right.
Yes.
Guys, do fill the feedback form before leaving. The link is in the chat box. Uh, no,
Hmm.
Sujit. Yeah, are you back, Rakesh?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So coming to that question, you, I went through some of the courses of Udemy. I Before I mentioned that that is an online website where beginners can deal with investing in stocks and foundation of a stock trading course and stock trading strategies. So these are the basic courses to start up with
Okay.
when it comes to stocks.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So the next question that Sujita is asking, should I do masters or get a job experience after completing BCom?
Okay. Uh, they Okay, I can suggest in this way if they really want to know how corporate world works, how companies deal before doing MBA. So I can suggest my suggestion is to work for a company for at least 1.5 year or 2 years, then go
Okay.
with the master. So you'll be having a better idea and better time to prepare yourself to come back after an MBA. So I
Mm-hmm.
suggest
Okay.
that going with the job and after that with an MBA.
Okay, okay. So I think, Rakesh, that's about the questions this evening. Could you please drop your
Cool.
LinkedIn profile or your email so that mentees can connect with you after the session?
Sure, sure, sure. I can give you my. Okay, should I drop
Yeah, in the chat
in the
box.
chat box?
Yeah.
Sure, sure.
And in the meantime, guys, please do remember to fill the feedback form so that we know what you guys are expecting from us. And thank you so much for being a part of this session. Thank you so much for being so patient and staying with us till the end of the session. It was really nice to have you guys on board, and I hope it was a fun learning experience for you guys as well. Also, thank you so much, Rakesh, for giving us your uh, busy time and sharing all your experiences with us. It was
Sure, sure, sure. Thanks a lot for this opportunity. Actually, I have to say this, getting in touch with all the grads and students over there. Thanks, guys. Thanks for bearing me for this 1 hour. Hope this session make helps you and all the best for your future.
great. Thank you so much, Rakesh, for joining. And thank you so much, guys, for joining in today. And thank you so much for your patience. We'll keep seeing you like this. Also, a big thanks to the QFIS team for organizing the webinars. If you want to check them out, you can visit their website, www.qfis.com. And thanks a lot. Have a good night.
Yeah.
With you
Thank
later.
you.
Thank you, Rakesh.
Yeah. Thanks. Bye.
Also, guys, do remember to fill the feedback form. The link is in the chat box.